This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 16, verse 22. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, will hasten it in His time. Shalom, shalom, Akim. Before I begin, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and all glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachakarash. Yahweh being the Heavenly Father's name. He is Ba'ashem in the name Yahushai, the only begotten Son. He is salvation, or He is the deliverer. Okay. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, blessings, and salutations unto the hopeful elect and the 1/3 of the Yasharallah who believe in truth and sincerity, and to the few sincere aquas or sisters who are listening in truth and sincerity, becoming of woman. I say Shalom. I'm the brother Gabari Allah, coming at you with another lesson. Man, and this lesson is going to be entitled, Maybe Not Now, but in Due Time. Okay? Maybe not now, but in due time. All right, and pretty much, I was just racking my brain up for a lesson, okay, any lesson, and this scripture just, through the Spirit popped up, so I want to start off in the book of Isaiah chapter 60, okay, and you could read the whole chapter really, but for the sake of time and for the sake of edification, I want to start at verse, I want to start at verse, man, you can really start from the top, man, but I'll start at verse 18. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders. But thou shalt call thy walls salvation and thy gates praise. Okay, so in that time, okay, when the Lord Yahushai comes down and delivers us and our kingdom is going to be rebuilt, there's going to be no more violence. Okay, because the name Jerusalem, which is a people before a place, but the city Jerusalem, the name is a city of peace, you know. So right now, it's not a city of peace. Right now, there's no peace over there in Israel, in the promised land. All right. And the Lord has to send forth nukes to cleanse that land. Okay. Which are going to be different from the nukes that hit America, aka Babylon the Great, because the nukes that are sent here are going to be to destroy this place, to ultimately leave it a desolate land. Okay. But the nukes that are going to hit Jerusalem are going to be to I'm trying to rack my brain up, to cleanse it. Okay. So it says, verse 19, the sun shall be no more thy light by day, neither for brightness shall the moon give light unto thee, but the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall be unto thee an everlasting light, and thy power thy glory. The sun shall no more go down, neither shall the moon withdraw itself, for the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall be thine everlasting light, and the days of thy mourning shall be ended. And right now we are mourning, man. We are mourning constantly, every single day. You wake up and you get hit with some bullshit. you know, it's hell in here. You catch hell, you're like, damn, another day I got to deal with this shit. Damn, another day I got to do this. Damn, I got this scheduled. I have this to do today. So much stress, so much anxiety, so much pessimistic, so much resentment built up in us. Because of this world, the way this world is prescribing us this to be. This world has completely corrupted our minds, you know, and it's a shame. Okay, but we ultimately know that Esau Edom is the son of perdition, as the scriptures say. He is the wicked. So of course this land is going to be depressing. Of course this land is going to be, um, you know, full of wickedness. Okay, our women don't act right, the men don't act right. It's a bunch of wickedness. Okay, so we have to get up out of here. But this is our comforter, these scriptures. Because now we know that we don't have to suffer this every single day. This isn't like the elder apostle Tahar likes to say. This isn't life. We are just existing, and that's a beautiful way to put it. We are just existing every single day, man. There's no life in this world. There's no life. The trees are sad. Okay, everything is fucked here, man. Everything. There's no other way to put it. Everything is polluted. Everything is desolate. Everything is depressing, you know? But that's why I keep making these lessons about changing your mindset, man, because really your mind is your greatest power, you know? Your mind, your spirit, the spirit that the Lord bestows in you, okay, that can guide your mind to think right, you know? And that will guide your mind to think right. But you have to be willing to put in that work. You have to be willing to change your mindset, man. So maybe not now, but in due time, okay? And that goes for everything, you know, and that's really why I'm making this lesson. This goes with everything. Your prayers, maybe not now, but in due time, they will be answered, you know, and that's the reason why I'm making this lesson. Maybe not now, but in due time, you know, maybe it's not meant to be given to you now, okay? Think of it like that. Are you ready to really have whatever it is that you want? Maybe you want a car. Are you ready to pay the gas every single day? Are you ready to change the oil every single year? Or not every single year, 2, 3 times a year? You know, I believe you have to change it every 2 to 3 months. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 4. But do you have the money to do that? Do you have the time to do that? You know, are you ready to rotate the tires every single 6 to a year? I believe. You know, there's a lot of things that go with the car. Are you ready to handle all that? You know, maybe you want a better job. Are you ready to put in the hours for that job? Maybe they want you to work 40 hours a week, maybe 50 hours a week. Are you ready for that yet? You know, are you ready for that promotion? Are you ready for that yet? Are you ready for that new money that you've been begging the Lord for? Are you ready for that new job, that flexible hours? Are you ready for that woman that you've been praying for the Lord? Are you really truly ready for that? Because a woman is a lot of responsibility. Okay, you know, you got to treat a woman like a little kid, man, because they're emotional beings. Okay, so you have to really think about it like that, man. Maybe not now, but in due time. Don't be rushing the Lord on anything, man. You know, don't be, man, well, Lord, why don't I have it yet, man? What, man? You know, and then not of a sudden you fell out because you don't believe, because you don't have patience. The scriptures speak about that. Woe unto you that have lost patience. You have to have patience in this ministry. You have to have patience when you're praying, okay? Because it ain't going to happen just like that. It's going to take time. 3 months from now. When you earn it, Yahweh Shem Shai is going to make you earn it. And I'm speaking to myself first and foremost, man. You know, it reads on, it says verse 21, thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. Okay? And our people are going to be righteous, even the wicked 2/3. We're going to be rebirthed by the elect, man. By the 144,000, okay? And the 1/3 of the Yasharallah who believe, will the wicked 2/3 come back in their right mind? Okay? It says, verse 22, a little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, hasten it in his time. So we are on the Lord's timing for everything. Okay? For everything. Alright? Okay, you know, for everything. It isn't just about the kingdom, which of course that's the main thing. Okay? The main reason for those nukes coming here is to deliver Israel. You know, that's the main thing. But we understand that it's the Lord's timing for everything. You know? For everything. Okay, maybe you want that new apartment. Are you ready to pay off those bills? Are you ready? You want that new? Are you ready to pay those bills? You know, think about it like that, man. Are you truly? Ask yourself, man. Are you emotionally ready to have a kid or a female or that new job? Do you have the patience for all that, man? You asking the Lord for all this, and you don't even have the patience just yet. You know, and the main point that the Lord is trying to make is, look, man, you don't have the patience for that yet. Look how much time you're trying to rush me, man. The creator of time itself, trying to rush the creator of time itself. You know, And that shows your lack of faith as well, man. So it's beautiful how it all ties into faith, you know? So this is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2. You already know where I'm going with this, okay? I'll just get to the point, man. You know, verse 3. For the vision is yet for an anointed time. It's like an appointed time. But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. Right, man. Okay, and that goes with everything. Okay, ultimately speaking of the destruction of this world, even though it's taking some time, you know, even though we thought they thought the year was 2020. Okay, a lot of things was going on in 2020. All right, it's a whole there's a whole bunch of things going on in that year. It didn't happen that year. So how much closer are we 5 years now? 5 years down the road, you know. Verse 4, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. And that's exactly what we're doing, man. We're living by faith. We're trusting the Lord's timing, man. So maybe not yet, but in due time, brothers. Okay, in due time. And that's for everything. I cannot express it enough, man. You have to trust the Lord's timing. Okay? And ultimately, this timing that we're trusting in the Lord, it's all beneficial to us in the end, man. The Lord is going to make you wait for certain things. He's going to make you work for them. He's going to make you suffer, man. Maybe you've been without a job for two months. That's a long ass time. Did you have faith the whole time? You know? Maybe you was living off Uber Eats or Postmates. Maybe you was living off, some side hustle for 2 months. But you kept the faith. Yeah, the Lord's gonna get me out of here. The Lord's gonna save me. Boom, He gave you a job. And these are all beneficial for the end time, because guess what? In the time of trouble, the Lord is gonna make some last minute saves, man. The ultimate salvation, the ultimate deliverance itself is gonna be last minute. When you make it to them chariots, you think that you know the scriptures say, man, so they scarcely be saved, man. By the skin of your teeth, you're gonna barely be saved, man. Are you gonna have faith the whole entire time? As you see that fucking nukes coming at you, like a bunch of arrows down to the last, you can see it about to touch the ground right in front of you, and boom, a blue aura around you, you get delivered. These are certain things that you have to really envision, man. Are you truly ready? Are you truly trusting the Lord's timing now? How much more then? Okay? So this is the book of Psalms, chapter 24 and verse 14. And I'm gonna end it off here, man. Wait on the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Okay? And this is, the Psalms, man. Beautiful Psalms by David. King David. Okay? So, truly trust in the Lord's timing for everything. Okay? Maybe He separated you from your kids for a little bit. Okay? You gonna give it the faith now? You gonna have patience? Maybe He separated you from a family member. Maybe He separated you from the Akim for a little bit, man. Maybe you live a little further than the Akim. Are you gonna give up the faith? Sure as hell hope not. Maybe He separated you from your woman for a little time. You're gonna give up the faith? You better not, man. Trust in the Lord's timing, man. In the Lord's timing, everything is gonna be good, man. So don't you worry about it. Okay? So that's pretty much the point, man. Lord willing was edifying, man. I truly hope it was exhorting, and I truly hope that it really put into perspective the type of spirit you're meant to have, man, especially in these last times, in these last days, man. So with that, Lord willing was edifying. Call Halal Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai Ba'ashim Chakodash. Double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone yet again who rule and teach well. Peace, blessings, and salutations unto the elect. Shalom.